supposed to be. He's a rock and roll listener.
Another Death Row production. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Tyson, the next heavyweight champion of the world. Everybody else for. My road to glory filled with thorns. Fluid thoughts from my brain and I trained to remain strong. They said I couldn't do it, locked me in chains till my circle's closer to the pain of a train killer. Please believe that I'll never be shamed again. Again, I'll be the next heavyweight champion. Call me crazy, but no one can fade me. I'm the product of the projects, lost and crazy. Throw your hands up, Mr. Bruno. Ride, Big Mike Tyson about to brutalize that ass tonight. No hesitation, front of the whole nation. I'll beat that ass so bad I'll probably violate probation. Through demonstration as I strategize information. Intent to kill, so it's real like I'm catching cases. Let the world know I plan to die. If I don't leave with what I came for and be denied. Now, my first round for the times that I spent in the cell. The second round for the media and the lies they tell. The third round for the pain that I felt inside. Let's recognize I won't be denied. When we ride, first rounds for the times that I spent in the cell. The second rounds for the media and the lies they tell. The third rounds for the pain that I felt inside. Let's recognize I won't be denied. When we ride, my road to glory filled with thorns. Fluid thoughts from my brain and I trained to remain strong.
Murder, Mook. Murder, Mook.
He got away with it.
Murder,
He ain't get away with it.
Murder, Mook. Murder, Mook.
So who? I'm bothering people for the people, and I'm here for the people.
Give me pull up.
Enemies block my death. All 50 seeing visions of me shot in the chest. Couldn't rest, no, nigga, I was stressed. Had me creeping round corners, homies sleeping in my vest. Shit, I'm like a hostage on the trouble block. Call the cops, a thug nigga screaming west side. Bustin' double blocks, take the corners in my Chevy Suburban. Nigga got me driving up on the curb, hand on the steering wheel, swerving, bless me, Father, I'm a sinner.
We gonna do it live. We're gonna do it live. We're gonna do it live. What up, though? It's your boy D and me on gang. What's up? No gang, no gang, no gang. No gang.
On the warpath, not your average killer, west side outlaw. Bad boy killer. Complete my mission, my competition no longer beating. I'm moving all the buses, now I'm the last motherfucker.
All right, guys. Okay. So, homecoming finished, and let me tell you something. This was a weird event. It was a weird event. First of all, K-Shine and Jack Boy Maine did not go down. Does anybody know why? Ally Mo with the $5 right off the rip, DME. Vixen 30 Jazz in a room full of gas. Mook won, but still that gas room was disgusting. Salute on gang, gang, gang. All right, salute to you, Ally Mo. All right. Don't necessarily agree with you, but salute. We'll get into that. So K-Shine was there. And then they kept saying, they said halfway, like around the event, that the battle was going to happen after the Mook and Geechi Gotti battle. And I'm like, why would that battle happen afterwards? That doesn't make any sense to me. You guys are not hitting the like button. Just, you come in, when you guys hit the like button, YouTube's new policy, what happens is when you hit it, you get faster upload speeds, and when you don't hit it, they throttle you. So just go ahead and hit it just in case, and then they play the bad song. Not a good song. Not a good song.
Want that penis, baby, only the shame ones. He ain't put me back when he was straight up.
So then I'm like, that doesn't even make no sense because everybody's gonna leave after the Mook battle, obviously. And then they panned to Jay Black and them, and they were like, yeah, the battle's about to happen. And Smack comes out, yeah, the battle's gonna happen. This is after the Mook battle. 5 minutes later, Beasley comes out, I think it was, and says, oh yeah, battle's not happening. What? Why? What happened? I don't know. Weird. I don't know what that's about. Obviously, we know how the K-Shine thing, that blog he did, that he didn't catch his first flight, but he was there. He was there. So I don't know what that was about, but it is what it is. We might never see K-Shine again on the URL, and that's fine. It is what it is. If he goes to another, he goes to RBE, King of the Dot, GTX would be a nice place for Shine to go. I ain't mad at it. Whatever. I'm sure he'll come back one day. No big deal. All right, Irving Plaza. Whew. It's been a while. It's been a minute. The energy in New York is definitely different than any other crowd. It's way different than Atlanta. It's a different vibe than Cali. And anywhere else they've gone, it's unique. It gives you that old school battle rap, or 2012, 2013 feel. And it was the same as it always was, pretty much what I expected from the crowd. They were pretty crazy. And you know how New York does. So it was nuts. I'm hearing T-Top comes out and does a rap to warm up the crowd. Does one of his, you like T-Top's music, guys? You like his music? He comes out and he starts rapping and he chokes in his song and he gets booed out of the building. How do you choke a song? You guys like T-Top's music? I didn't see that. They didn't air that, but there was allegedly 1.7 million people watching this as well. Peggy's saying Jack Boy, his lupus caused him to have seizures. He had 3 today, so they called off the battle. Jesus Christ. Oh, wow. That's 3 seizures today? Gee, that lupus, man. I knew somebody who had lupus before. That's wild. I hope he's doing all right. Jack Boy was just on the show the other day. We were talking about Kyrie, not the battle. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate to hear, man. He goes through, when you have lupus, you go through a lot, no matter what. It's always going to be an issue. And you can't blame him. You can't blame him. It's just something that he's going to have to deal with for probably the rest of his life. So I hope he's doing all right, man. That's wild. That's wild to hear, man. All right. So battle 1, Kid Slate. We're gonna take polls for all the battles and see what you guys had. Let's do a poll. It was Kid Slade versus our buddy Stumbles.
Respectfully.
Who Slade? Who won? All right, Stumbles. So we'll do the polls and we'll see what you guys had. I think it's pretty much unanimous. Kid Slade 3-0. No. Stumbles in the beginning. He stumbled in the beginning of his round. He came out strong. That was the thing about Stumbles. He actually came out strong. He was the first to rap to that crowd, and it's not an easy crowd to rap to. And I predicted before that when I saw that crowd, even before they booed T-Top, I tweeted out, I feel like there's going to be some chokes tonight. And there kind of really wasn't, but Stumbles did have a stumble. And, he got through it, but is it just me or does Kid Slade and Stumbles sound exactly the same and kind of rap very similar? I'm not seeing many people catch that. They sound the same. But Kid Slade was fire. Let's keep it a buck. He was fire. It was a good battle. It wasn't. Stumbles is okay, man. He was just okay. I don't know. It was all right. I can't say it was a great battle. It wasn't a great battle. Not at all. But Kid Slade did good. Kid Slade had a very, very good performance. I'm not the most familiar with him. I know I might have seen one or two other battles of him. Max once. So I haven't seen much of Kid Slade. But I never understood this matchup for Stumbles specifically. I said this yesterday. Why would Stumbles be matched up against a guy he has no storyline with? Stumbles has built his rise was built on the back of storylines with other battle rappers, animosity, this, that, and the other. And then they put him up against a guy, his boy, put him up against a friend who sounds just like him and raps just like him. That made no sense to me. That you gotta understand what you're doing with your talent. Who you putting up against? Who Stumbles gained his notoriety from Snake Eyes and Surf and all this animosity and stuff like that. That's where he excels in those situations. And when you put him against a Kid Slade, I knew this was gonna happen. I predicted this and it happened. So I didn't predict Kid Slade was gonna be that good, but. Shout out to Kid Slade. What do we got? 94% has Kid Slade winning. So Kid Slade, yes, you are the winner of, everybody's got Slade. I don't think anybody's arguing that battle at all. They were talking to him to have a performance of the night, maybe. I don't know if I'd go that far because of certain things that transpired later on. But he definitely did. He did. I'm interested in the next Kid Slade battle. That's the thing. And as far as what are we doing with Stumbles? Stumbles is a storyline driven battle rapper. All right, that's what he needs. All right, because remember before he got into the issue with Snake Eyes and all that, he was stumbling around and not having that great performances and battles in the tournament weren't that exciting and this, that, and the other. So he excels in that type of format where it's a grudge match. He excels in grudge matches. So. I don't know. I mean, you can't manufacture a grudge match, but something's got he's got to have some kind of rivalry with somebody. I mean, we're in this scripted era, so why not just script one? Well, go ahead. I mean, hey, that's what y'all want to do. All right, script something. All right, get the best writers in Hollywood to come up with a storyline here. We can get it going. Let's do a shot, guys. All right, what was the next battle? Let's get to the next battle. We don't have. I can't be here all night. This isn't an all-nighter, but I did want to touch on this pay-per-view because I think the main event is definitely important to talk about for history's sake. I think a lot happened here historically, and it's a historic moment. It's a historic moment because of just the chit chatter around Mook. We'll get there. I don't want to jump the gun. What was the next battle? Swamp and Ars. All right, Swamp and Ars. We got 9% think Stumble. We got 9% trolls. So we're always gonna have 9% trolls said that or 8% trolls said Stumbles won. That's cool. It's always gonna be that. All right, who won? Now this one's probably gonna be more closer. Who won? No, I was cooking at the time when this battle started. So I was watching it through that lens, but I got the gist. I always forget how to spell Arsenal, but you'll get it. He always spells his name different. Arsenal and Swamp. I like Swamp in this battle. All right? I thought he came out cooking. I really did. And here's the deal. All right? I always say this about Ars. Ars is either on 10 or on 4. Now, was he on 4? He definitely wasn't on 10 in my opinion. Was he on 4? I thought he was better than that. I thought he was better than 4. But I don't know, man. I don't know. He got real crazy in that third round, the Mook situation, the mom. He saved his most disrespectful stuff for Mook and them. Probably fishing for a battle. And I honestly liked Swamp better in this battle. I really did. I thought Swamp won the battle. What rounds? I mean, I don't know. I'd have to rewatch them. If I rewatch them, would I have Arsenal winning? I don't know. It's possible. All right. What do you guys got? You guys have Arsenal winning. Okay. This is interesting. See? So Arsenal 50. Swamp won the caffeine vote. Swamp definitely won the caffeine vote. So And I don't know. I just like Swamp's material more. You know, I thought he was better than a lot of people were saying. You know, Arsenal was direct with flow. You don't even know what rounds. No, I don't know what rounds because I was I was cooking at the time. But I'm pretty sure I gave Swamp the first. I guess Arsenal the second. What rounds do you got? And the third is interesting. That's what I'm saying. Maybe you'll give him the third. But I don't know. I thought I had Swamp winning the battle. I did watch it. I gave it a decent. I watched enough to think Swamp won. He got the first two to me. So you're giving. Wait, you're giving. Who'd you give the third? Swamp 2-1, Arsenal 2-1. Look, it's 51-49. It's 51-49. It's pretty close. Was it a great battle? No, I'm not going to say that. Debatable. Some people have Swamp 3-0. I know I gave Swamp the first. I liked his first. I thought he did good. I thought he did good the whole battle. I didn't mind any of the rounds. Arsenal, I just felt like there was some filler. But I don't know. If Swamp won, he won the third, you could say. Really? So you didn't like Swamp's first? That's the one round I really paid attention to. I really like Swamp's first. And that's a good point. It comes to preference, and I actually prefer. I like Swamp a lot. I'm a Swamp guy. I like him more than most people probably. I've always been a Swamp guy. And Arsenal, a legend of absolute. I love Arsenal. I love him, but I think sometimes he just be saying stuff. I don't know. So he didn't do enough for me to think that he was winning this battle when I was just listening to it the first time. Definitely a battle I'm going to revisit. You could watch all these battles on Caffeine right now if you missed it. So we got now it's 55-45 Swamp with 44 votes. We'll keep that up for a little more while we do a shot. Swamp has taken the lead in the vote. So it is a debatable battle. Yeah, my first impression, I had Swamp winning. Reason I don't really when I do watch battles initially, and I'm not sitting there like watching them like this, right? I don't really go by rounds. I'm kind of just like how I feel. Like at the end of the battle, it's like I kind of just have a feeling. Yeah, I feel like this guy did better. Like, man, did he win? What round did he win? Technically, I don't know. That's on the rewatch. I'll get technical about it. But when that battle was over, I felt like Swamp had got it. So, and I don't know. You take shots. I'm eating cake. Cake is good. Ours had a bunch of bars that could apply to anyone, but that's always ours, isn't that? That's always ours. So is that a criticism of ours? Is it fair? Because that's kind of like his style. Like ours is usually not direct. He does get direct, but he's not usually direct. He's usually like 60-40 undirect usually. He does get direct though when he wants to. He knows how. So I don't know. It was all right. So like the first two battles are okay to me. Like Kid Slay did good. Okay, Swamp disappointed me. This battle was mid to me. It was all right. I didn't mind. I don't know. I liked Swamp's first, and I felt like Swamp went downhill. I thought Swamp peaked early and went down. That's how I interpreted it initially. I liked Swamp in that first round. He came out firing. I was excited. And then I was like, I don't know. So, all right. So 60-40 Swamp. And then, okay. So then what? And then was Jazz and Vixen after? Was that the next battle? Jazz and Vixen? So we'll end that. You guys gave it to Swamp. So did Caffeine. Jazz and Vixen. All right, let's get that poll going. I got an opinion on this. I can speak on this better than I can on the Swamp battle. I got to watch this. I cooked and ate during the Swamp battle. All right. Then I was free. I was free from the rest of the night. So that was the only battle I was kind of distracted. And I was kind of distracted in the Stumbles battle too, but I did watch it. Vixen. All right, this battle. Let me tell you what happened in this battle. I want to see if you guys agree with me. What happened? Let's do a shot. We got to do a shot. All right. Salute to these girls. It looks like they rehearsed their outfits together. All right. They both came in with some interesting gear. Come on, guys. Let's have a good time. Love you guys. Oh, God. Why does my iPad always disconnect, man? So stupid. All right. Let's have a good time, guys. All right.
I have no idea. I have no idea. I have no idea. Mike, I give him a year.
All right. Let me ask. First of all, Jazz, you had a lot of sports bars. Interesting. Too many for my liking and for the believability that you wrote your shit. So there's that. But anyways, let's leave that aside. Especially in that first round. I think what Jazz did here is what Charlie Clips did to Twerk, what Hollow the Don did to Clips. I really feel the mocking of Vixen's style in that second round won Jazz the battle, in my opinion, because after Jazz, that seems to work a lot. And when it works, it works. And after that, when you're listening to Vixen, she's doing what Jazz says she does. Ali Mo with the $2. Please address Nunu feeding Jazz material. I thank you, but what does that mean? I've never heard that. What is that? Was she shown on stage doing that? So yeah, like what Hollow did to Clips, he broke down his style, and then so when Clips is rapping, you're like, all you're remembering is Hollow breaking down his style and how it's corny. Clips did it to Twerk, and yeah, Vixen does rap like Twerk. So that's what I believe. That's what happened in this battle. And the crowd. First of all, let's keep it a buck. The crowd was great, but they were extra biased. Come on, I mean, we're not gonna do that. Like, we know, we get it. All right. Now, does that matter here? I don't think so. I think I think in any setting, Jazz still wins this battle. I don't think that. I think it didn't. It doesn't. It's the crowd plays in Jazz's favor for sure, but you know, if you just look at it, I really think the winning aspect of that battle was her clowning her style. Jazz did it well. She performed it well, and it hit. And then so when Vixen's coming out. And that's what you have to do to these Twerks and these Vixens and these guys who have these formulaic styles. You have to mock their style, so when they do it, it sounds stupid because these are battle rappers that don't have range. I've always said that about Twerk. He has no range. Vixen doesn't really have range. All right, they can't come in and out of styles and do things and this, that, and the other. They have a formulaic way they rap, and the way you beat them is to mock their style. And that's how it works every time. Every time someone does it, it works. Clips, Hollow, and now Jazz here. So when Jazz is Vixen's rapping her second, you know, it's like, all right, Jazz just said this corny, and it sounded corny. Now was this a great battle? It was all right. I mean, Jazz was kind of going off there in the first. You know, I mean, let's not get it twisted. Vixen was going off too, and she did have some shit. Like, we're not going to do that. Vixen was good. All right, what do you guys get? You guys have 71% Jazz right now. I mean, but Vixen's been better. Jazz kisses Vixen at the end of her third on the cheek. And then Vixen goes in for a corny kiss, like a rebuttal kiss at the end of hers that didn't really hit. And then that was really awkward, in my opinion. So... you know, and then there's always going to be the, again, just some of their material, Jazz specifically, with just her, how well is she in tune with these sports characters she was using, breaking down, and I don't know, man. And then you never know, are these girls friends? All right, that all aspect comes into it. But if we're just looking at it at face value, it was did you guys like the battle? Huh? Besides who won, did you enjoy it? But it's what these one-dimensional battle rappers, it's really tough to if the person they're battling is the way they mock it hits, then it's gonna work. It's gonna play a factor. At least it did for me, because then I was listening to it. And I was like, yeah. And just the fact that she does rap like twerk. She does rap like twerk. Yeah, A+. I think so. We'll get to that. Jazz. So Jazz is winning the thing 68% on our poll with 57 votes, 68% to 32. That's how I called it. So far, we're 3-0. I'm 3-0 with the chat, and I'm 3-0 with the caffeine chat. So I agree so far with you guys and the caffeine chat, with Swamp and Arsenal being the closest battle so far, which makes sense. Which absolutely makes sense. All right. What was next? Was there another battle, or was it just Mook? I don't even remember, bro. It was because we didn't get Jack Boy in them. Just Mook. So hold on. We only had 4 battles? Fuck. You're right. Damn, that's crazy. I'm thinking, wasn't there another battle? I know K-Shine and Jack Boy didn't go down, but damn, that was it. All right, well, main event time. Let's do a shot, because guys, all right, this is what we're here for. All right, guys, I'm not underselling this. Just offer it. This was a monumental battle in battle rap history. And let me explain why. Geechi, Murder Mook. All right. Murder Mook, in my opinion, is one of the greatest. All right, for sure. In the battle rap community's eyes, he sucks. I'm sorry, you guys in the current battle rap community, you guys don't like Mook at all. He sucks. He's trash. He's corny. You didn't like him against Verb. You hated him against Reed. You put up with him against Tay-Rock because there was no crowd. All right? Murder Mook cannot rock a crowd in this current battle rap community's eyes. He can't rock a crowd. He's overrated. He's not that good. Mook's trash. Blah, 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 blah. What say you today? This was important for Murder Mook's legacy. All right? This was huge for his legacy. In my opinion, it's one of his greatest performances he's ever had. All right? It rivals his Tay-Rock battle, and it's different. See, when people are, that's the question, is it better than the Tay-Rock? It's a different world. Tay-Rock is literally a quiet room battle. The setting matters. The setting means a lot. I know the nerds like to discredit the setting, all right? And it's just about the bars, bro. No, the fuck it's not. If it's just about the bars, then they might as well write with each other and rehearse, all right? Because there's more to battle rap than just the bars, all right? And Murder Mook. Murder Mook. In my opinion, the only close round is the second round. And I gave it to Mook. All right? First round clear, third round clear, second round I got Mook. So I don't know. Some people are giving. Oh, let's do this. Let's do this poll. Let's end this. So Vixen, Jazz Rapper, 69%. Salute to her. All right, start a poll. In my opinion, and here's the deal with Geechi Gotti. All right. So Geechi Gotti, he goes first, and he actually started off well. He's got the Yankees outfit on and all this, that, and the other, and he's doing his thing. But the knock on Geechi is it's just kind of the same old, right? So it's like we wanted more. Now I'll tell you this: what I'm gonna give Geechi credit for. I think 95% of any other battle rapper wouldn't even been able to finish that fucking battle. The crowd. Whatever Mook did, look, Mook could have been the greatest in history. The crowd was still ridiculous. They were still gas. It was all Geechi. I mean, it was all Mook. Everything. Mook said, ha ha, whoa. They ended up booing Mook. That's a fact. But the crowd, it was home field. 100% home field. All right? There was nothing that was going to happen that was going to sway the crowd a la a Mook choke, which we know will never happen. All right? So, but that's I don't want to use that's not a reason. That I don't even in the Vixen battle, I don't believe that's a reason of the win or loss. All right? But it is true. It's still, they were crazy. That same exact battle in California, that battle looks completely different. All right. However, I have to be real with you. In Cali, I still think Mook wins that battle. And that says a lot. That says a lot. Because Mook wins this battle in California if those are the same bars by both opponents. All right. Now, maybe it wouldn't be. Maybe Geechi would write different and Mook would write different. And of course, all right. Geechi, Mook played to the crowd. He used, I'm going to ask you guys because I didn't get clarification on Twitter. When Mook said, I've been wanting to kill you so bad because you're from the city that killed Biggie. Did he say city or state? Because I don't think the murderer is from Compton. You know, I know I think the murderer was from Cali, but did he say city or state? He said, well, if he said city, that was the wrong phrasing. Peggy says state, Cox says city. Anybody else on? Can we have a tiebreaker? But is Geechi from LA or Compton? Which is it? That bar was mid. It wasn't mid. It's mid, right? But it's not because it worked. It got the fucking crowd against Geechi. It was a cheap trick that Mook used, but it worked. All right, it worked, and so he had that. And honestly, I think Murder Mook I thought he was flawless, man. What round wasn't good for Mook? Every round was fire. And what he did to fucking Nunu Nails, bro? He bodied Nunu Nails worse than he bodied Geechi. That was insane. We all know, remember, Nunu said she don't fuck with Geechi, she don't fuck with Mook. So in the third round, he told Geechi, there's one thing we do agree with, all right? Nunu's a whore. All right, wait, not in that. All right, but he put it in battle rap terms. You couldn't fuck Smack, so you fuck Beasley, sloppy seconds, all this other shit. Like, it was insane. You look like Ronald McDonald or whatever it was nuts. He destroyed her, all right? And that was the end of the battle. Okay? Geechi, his best round was the second. I think Geechi was actually doing really good in the second. I'm like, all right. And he wasn't getting no crowd reaction at all in that second round. I even tweeted out, I'm like, oh, y'all are bugging. I thought Geechi's pretty good in this round. Geechi's second round was by far his best round of the battle, all right? He went first, though, and I feel like Murder Mook. And I even was like, y'all are bugging. Geechi's going off right now in the second, all right? Mook destroyed his second, all right? And then Geechi's every fucking bar, the EFB angle, bro, that's why he's one of the fucking GOATs, or he might be the GOAT, all right? Geechi's really underrated, man, and I know that's crazy to say, but I really believe this. I think he's underrated because I think you guys think he sucks up until maybe today, and maybe it's gonna change now, but you guys, like, he's always been like this. You guys just maybe he hasn't delivered it right. Go back to his Verb battle. I know you guys stuck on risky business and this nonsense, but there's other shit. He said he listened to the people, he said, and I think this was one of his best performances. I really do believe this was one of his best performances, and this was a big historical battle for the battle rap history books. All right? Because Geechi hasn't really proved to the masses, you guys, all right, that he can do what he did on that big stage. Even the Iron Solomon battle, everyone's like, he won, trash. Loaded Lux, total slaughter. He won, trash. Reed, I don't even know. Some people have him losing that battle, but they thought he was trash. So his only like good performance in the modern era was Tay-Rock in a quiet room. And then I have him beating Verb, but I don't know. A lot of you got Verb winning. And I thought he did really good in that battle. And there's a lot of that battle. It's really memey. It's like you make a lot of memes out of that battle. The 30-minute third round, risky business, and all the shenanigans he was doing. But I still thought he was really good in that battle. So to do what he did here, and I honestly, I'm not. What do we got? 81% got Mook winning. I really believe this was a huge historical battle because if he loses to Geechi in Irving Plaza, bro, that's insane. All right, and that would have killed Mook, and it would have killed him. It would have killed him. All right, in this community. All right, so this was a huge battle for him. So we'll see. I wouldn't mind seeing him versus Cassidy. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to see Cassidy in Freeway. I know you guys were like, but that would be a fun battle, man. Him versus Cass. And honestly, guys, maybe Mook should just battle in New York. Whatever. Who cares? Once a year, battle in New York. Someone's got to come to New York and beat him. You know, until someone can beat him in New York, I say he keeps battling in New York. That's what I say. Metal Mickey with the $5. If you compare the Reed stage performance to this one versus Geechi, it's a huge improvement. Also, Serious Jones with performance of the night. Serious Jones. Let's talk about Serious Jones. Serious Jones was on 3 mollies. All right. He was drunk. He was gassing Mook like insane. It was insane. You know, he's so tall and goofy as it is. So when he's doing stuff like that, he's doing dances and he's doing this weird shit. And even Geechi was laughing at him. Everybody was laughing at him. Everybody was tweeting about it. I tweeted about it. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is Serious Jones doing? Now, the best way to be a hype man is what T-Rex does. The way T-Rex does it. Go watch just T-Rex with the facial expressions. He just looks in awe and just, you know how T-Rex is. That's how you do it. But Sirius is up there like a clown. I'm sorry, Sirius. All right. You looked crazy. All right. So, I don't know if they talked to Sirius throughout the battle to tell him to calm down. I think he calmed down more in the third. He was really out of hand in the first 2 rounds. All right, but T-Rex is the way you hype man up and shit. All right, it's not all about him. He's not the focus of it. But when you do catch a glimpse of Rex and you see what he's doing, that's what I like. That's what I like. So I'm very happy for. I think Mook needed this more than Geechi. All right, especially for the current era of battle rap. All right. Geechi to the current fans, all right, is just great. They love him, and as they should. He's one of the West Coast GOATs, 3-time champion of the year. He's going to be looked at as one of the greatest of all time, 100%. All right? But in the current era of battle rap, Mook needed this battle more than Geechi, and the fact that he possibly got a 3-0, and some people are calling body bag, the crowd screaming 2-0, the crowd was screaming 3-0, but again, I like the way Geechi handled it. All right, because anybody else would have just gotten humiliated up there. And Geechi has that presence of he's not going to get humiliated. All right. And again, Geechi had his normal stumbles, you know, just not choking, not really a stumble, but just kind of like unconfident in the delivery at certain points. You know how Geechi gets. I'm not saying there was any chokes, but he had some good stuff. This is a battle I can't wait to rewatch. He had some good stuff. He was saying some stuff to Mook that I think on the replay we'll catch and we'll be like, all right. But the problem is Mook was another level above it. Whatever the fuck Geechi was saying, Mook was another level above it. Mook was pretty much masterful, in my opinion, in all 3 rounds. Is there a round like the second round's the round where I even will allow a debate? I don't think the first can be allowed. I don't think the third can be, but the second, I don't see it. But are you gonna debate one? Maybe. All right, salute to fucking Murder Mook, man.
I have no idea.
For Mook.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Mike.
I give him a year.
So. A+, you can go on Caffeine right now and watch it with Mike P, Henny Man, London Jen, and all the million people who streamed it and their VODs are still up. Go to Caffeine and watch it, A+. Anybody, If you missed the battles, they're all on Caffeine. 1.7 million people were watching it. And the stupidest thing about the whole situation, Smack's in the crowd saying, no recording the battles. No recording the battles. Smack, what are you talking about? Everybody's at home recording the battles. It's free. So if I pay money, I can't pull out my phone and get a terrible audio version of it, which you can't even probably hear. And he's screaming at the crowd, no recording, no recording. You guys are stupid. Enough with the recording of the battles, especially when it's free on TV. What are you talking about? Anyone can record the battle at home. You guys make no sense. It's like you're lost. Let everybody record it. That will make it go more viral. Let everybody post clips on their Twitter. Look, I was in the crowd. All right, and then people share it, and it goes more viral. You guys are still stuck in 2012. Let them record. I would tell everybody, get your phones out. Get your phones out. If I was Smack, get your fucking phones out. Record, share it on social media. What are you talking about? It's free. Guys, when you rewatch the battles on Caffeine with like Mike P or something, they have it like full screen. They're in a little box on the bottom, and they really don't talk over it. So it's not a big deal to watch it with those guys on that rewatch. All right, so, okay, so there's really, wait, hold on. There's 23% say Geechi Gotti won. Hit the like button. What? 22%? You can rewind, you can fast forward, you can do everything, A+. It's a VOD. It's like watching it on YouTube. It's exactly the same as watching it on YouTube. So there it is. All right, I gotta get out of the sweater. I'm too hot in here. All right, so what do you guys rate this fucking event? I say it's like a 5 with like a great historical performance. I say it's a 5 with a historical performance as far as the Murder Mook goes. Let me get out of this sweater. I'll be right back. Listen to this nonsense. Come on, play.
Going into my phone and say, let me vote on. Y'all niggas gonna be bootlegging and crying y'all life away. Y'all gonna always find a reason to try to fuck some up. They don't fuck battle rap up. It bees the people. That's the one point Lux did make. The media blame the media. That's the one thing y'all do. Because even within the things, we the ones who fuck it up. Y'all gonna watch it if y'all gonna watch it, bro. Or do y'all want to be the people blogging on it when the shit all over? From like I said, I just explained this last week when I said niggas crying about the caffeine numbers. Even Mook. Man, you trying to use that shit to justify why you're losing and why you're not electrifying. We don't want to hear that shit, bro. Don't talk about why it's 1,000 people, bro. I don't give a fuck what you saying. What y'all keep not factoring in on that caffeine is some of us is watching this shit through our TVs. It's no button to click vote on the fucking caffeine on my TV, bro. It's not. When I got my shit Chromecast up, I'm not going into my phone and say, let me vote on bro. I know who fucking won in my mind, bro. The app can't tell me.
So he's mad. He's mad that Murder Mook was clowning Caffeine's numbers in their own studio yesterday. So he's saying, I Chromecasted and I can't vote. First of all, you can. When you Chromecast, you absolutely can. You can have the chat up on your phone when it's Chromecast. You're bugging out. Second of all, how many people do you really think are Chromecasting? All right? There's still the percentage doesn't make sense, Cola. You're talking about a 0.01% of the alleged viewership. And I don't give a fuck about that. I show you the actual numbers and you choose to disregard them. How the fuck do they average 400,000 views a month for an entire website, but yet today they had 1.7 million for one event? Just explain that to me, then we can have that conversation. I don't give a fuck about likes. I don't give a fuck about votes. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I give a fuck about the actual views of the website. How would they average 400,000 views for an entire website for a month when in today they alleged 1.7 million people were watching, live concurrent viewers were watching this fucking event? Where are these views? How come they don't get calculated? Why do none of these views get calculated? Ever. It never gets calculated. Ever. Make it make sense. Someone, I would love to hear a counter argument. Bro, Arsenal said, don't book me against J2. I'm not about no gay shit. You're gay.
You gay.
Arsenal 3-0.
I deem you.
I forgot about that. You're right. I love that bar.
No. Okay. I deem you.
That was a good one, Arsenal. Arsenal does not give a fuck. I'll tell you that much. He called out. People were very upset about the Mook bar. He called out Mook and he said, "I don't book me against anybody that I can't talk shit about. Some shit. If I can't talk about if they just had a death in their family and I can't talk shit about them, don't book me against them or blah blah blah." He was referring to Mook's mom. So that was a pretty big thing that went down. Jay Black didn't like that. He said that was a problem. And then him and DNA were kind of saying that, or maybe Jay Black was saying that might have had something to do with why the fans voted for Swamp, because they churned on Arsenal after that bar. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if they just churned on Arsenal because of that bar. I don't think everybody takes it as deep as everybody else does. It's Arsenal's Arsenal, man. He's gonna go there. I ain't mad at him. Again, I think it's not something I would do, but I understand it, and I'm not. I don't think it's a problem. I don't. Me personally, it's shock value, but it is what it is. I'm not mad at it. I think it's just words, man. It's just words. I know you guys gotta just life is life, man. And people are going to talk shit, whatever. It's part of battle rap. 1.7 live viewers are watching Caffeine post-event commercials until they've ended the stream. It doesn't make any sense. And no one ever logs off. That's the best part about Caffeine. No, the numbers only go up. No one ever, they never dip. And everyone knows in any live streaming, there's always ups and downs. You think when the battle, when DNA and Jay Black are talking, you'd lose viewership? No, it just keeps going up and up and up and up and up and up. And don't sit here and tell me that it's just views. No, they advertise that as live concurrent viewers. People keep telling me that no, it's just hits. First of all, it can't just be hits because those hits don't appear on the stats at the end of the month when they put them out. All right. If they got 1.7 million hits that day, why when the numbers come out they only had 400,000? So, and not just for URL, for an entire month for the whole app. So they've always advertised that as live concurrent viewers. Okay. So Kanye on Drink Champs gets 80K. Stumbles and Kid Slade at the time were at 1 million, or maybe 800,000 at the time when they were battling. And I really want to know what happened with this K-Shine thing. Does anybody have any inside information? What is Cola talking about here? I don't know. He's mad.
I don't give a fuck how many niggas you put on there, bro. 111 on the app. Some of them niggas sufficiently is what they is on the app, but some of them niggas with them fucked up records, we know they didn't lose, bro. We gotta cut this shit.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm so stupid. Peggy already told us. Jack Boy had, if you guys are new here, I can't believe I forgot, had 3 seizures allegedly. Because of his lupus, and that's why they had to cancel the battle. So that prayers up for Jack Boy, man. Prayers up for Jack Boy. Lupus ain't no fucking joke. I did know someone with the lupus before in my past, and it ain't no joke. It ain't no fucking joke. So that's wild. I already forgot about it. I'm sitting here.
No, man. I told y'all, bro. When these mother thought they're gonna talk through the battle, they're gonna make it messy, bro. That be their intentions because they can't survive this shit. How you talking about so you don't do that? You ain't even battled enough to have a complaint about a nigga coming to you about you won't battle enough to rehearse. Of course you won't battle enough, period, to even be mad. How the fuck is y'all still a spokesman? That's what Geechi was making his point sitting at the press conference. Come on, man. How y'all spokesman and making it look like we to look? No, we to look for y'all. Because if we ain't steady kicking ass, y'all ain't got no battles to come back to for that prestige to stay the same. That's what's the realest shit on that fucking platform, man. Context and
I feel
content.
you, Ben. I understand. I understand.
People ain't did shit electrifying, man, but live off the niggas that's been around here kicking ass, man. You talking about, man, my man ain't...
But Arsenal busted out Sue Surf on FaceTime during the battle.
I have no idea. Like, I give him a year.
Sue Surf was on FaceTime watching the battle in jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so let's like, that can't be legal, right? So there has to, I don't know the stipulations, but let's say, I can see Surf just doing some shit like that and not thinking about it. But like, if that, like, he could get in kind of some trouble for that. You know, you're not supposed to have a phone in there unless they gave him a phone. He's got some special privileges because he's about to, I don't know. All right. But imagine if Sue Surf did that and ended up getting in trouble for it because he's fucking stupid. I wouldn't put it past him. All right, he's the guy who was wanted and then opened up a second account and went on Spaces while they were looking for him. So I wouldn't put it past him to do some stupid shit like that and then end up getting in trouble for it. You know. Now, if he has special privileges, that's interesting. Why would he have special privileges? What's going on? And if he has special privileges, that leads you to think certain things. They give you tablets in jail now? Do they really? So what, you could just FaceTime people all day in jail? It was a video. You can see the roll at the bottom of it. That's a good point. Maybe it was a video. That's wild. You can have iPads in jail. If you can have iPads in jail, it doesn't seem that bad. Low key. If I could have an iPad in jail, I guess I could do it. I could do a year. I could do a year. So I can have this. All right. That'll get me through some tough times. FaceTiming while facing time is epic. That is a fact. Right, I'm in jail doing my soundboard. They'll be like, oh, DME, give me some chung chung.
Baby, only the shame was he ain't put me back when he was straight.
DME, pull up.
Salute, guys. You white bitch, give me some chung chung. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. DME, yeah, give me a year. I'll do a year now that I know this.
No idea.
Give me a year.
I have no idea. I had no idea. Like, I give him a year.
Can I go live? Can you imagine if I went live on in jail? With my inmates behind me, like, what up? You know, all talking battle rap. That'd be fun. All right, we'll see what happens. You know, maybe we'll work on it. I got to figure out some crime I can commit. So what else? So they announced Calico versus Charlie Clips on Smack. That's pretty cool. They announced on Smack Volume 10. They announced Kid Chaos and DNA. It's whatever. They announced RX and Yoshi G. I like it. I'm going to take more penitentiary chances. It's a fact. That's going to be fun. And then Saint versus I forget. Who was Saint battling? Chess. Yes, thank you. Chess and Saint. That's that's looking to be a nice card. That's looking to be a nice card. The problem with it, I don't think it's caffeine. I think it's straight to the app bullshit. That's fucked. That's fucked, and that's what's killing battle rap. This straight to the app bullshit. I don't think they should do these straight to the app events, man. I think they should just put them all on caffeine and then put them on the app. The Clips and Cal battle already? No. Did they? No, I don't think so. I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think so. No. Geechi fucked up a lot of bars. He had a lot of stumbles. He had some stumbles. Supposed to happen, just never did. Now, did it happen is a good question. I don't believe so, but I could always be wrong. It looks like it never happened. No. Charlie Clips and Calico. No, that just new. Nope. It's not on YouTube at least. So no. Yeah, it would be on YouTube, I'm sure. So I don't like at least I don't know. I don't know. I don't like this app only event. So I'm not gonna see these battles because I don't have the app anymore. I'm not gonna see these battles unless I get bootlegs. But you know, now is the question: how do I feel after this event? After everything we've heard with the rehearsals and all the bullshit. Again, I'm not gonna lie. I really liked Mook's battle. I didn't really think about the rehearsal stuff during that battle specifically. I can't lie. I did during the Kid Slade and Stumbles battle because they both sound and rap exactly the same. They really do. Kid Slade sounds like Stumbles. Kid Slade raps like Stumbles. And vice versa. He was just way better. I'm not accusing them of anything, but that was in my mind. Obviously, Vixen and Jazz on all her sports bars and all that nonsense was in my head. I don't think Swamp and Arsenal would do it, but you never. I don't put it past anybody. But it didn't. That didn't take away from my Geechi Gotti Mook enjoyment. So, you know, I mean, we're here. We're doing what we're doing. We're gonna make fun of everybody around battle rap, and if anything interests me, we'll talk about it. Like today. Other than that, you know, whatever. Who cares? These guys, they're just. You know, it's up to them where they want to take this shit. You know what I'm saying? And you got people like Cortez who are like saying, just shut up and enjoy the battles. Cortez is saying that, well, you know, you guys are sitting there complaining about some bullshit and then fucking Irving Plaza sold out and the lines around the building. Just shut the fuck up. Like, shut up, Cortez. You're the problem. Now, I heard something today. What did I hear? I'm trying to remember. It was concerning light work. Who was up there? Where did I hear this? I heard something today. They were insinuating that Averb wasn't the only one who did multiple takes on their battles. That the Danny Cortez battle was one of those. There's another battle on that card that was one of those. I think it was Kid Chaos that said this. When DNA was talking shit to him. What is going on, bro? Like they honestly need to just cancel light work. It's a terrible idea. It's a joke. It's ridiculous, and it's just causing too much controversy. And it's literally making a mockery of battle rap. Light work is making a mockery of battle rap. Like they need to just cancel it. Like all right, it was an idea. It flopped. It is what it is. We'll just move on from this because this is insane. There should not be multiple takes ever. So, Kid Chaos kind of confirmed it today.
He ain't got a chance to defend himself. He locked up fighting something. That's why he's locked up. Niggas whispering shit. Man can't even defend himself. Come on, man.
No A+, but that would be the fucking dream. I wish PZ and Battle Booth were Math Hoffa's new co-hosts. That would be the greatest thing ever in my world.
Man, y'all got these niggas coming forming all these opinions because they ain't hot. All the niggas that's ice cold, damn near froze, is the niggas doing all the complaining, man. Look at this.
This is not a good blog in hindsight, Cola. This is before the Mook battle. This is before the Mook battle. See, Cola represents this new era of people that don't think Mook is any good. So I'm very happy that Mook did what he did today. Again, this was a historical battle for Murder Mook. All right, for the record book, for everything.
This shit, man. All the niggas respectfully. I love Verb. I love T. I love Mook. I love Lux. But
Lux is getting a lot of heat yesterday and today from Tay Rock and others saying that it's fucked up that he, and I don't agree with this, that he talked about the Sue Surf situation while Sue Surf's locked in jail. Tay Rock said it was corny. He's not here to defend himself. Other people talk like he's dead and he shouldn't be talking about the dead. Like, you know, and so many words. I don't understand this whole mindset, bro. Who fucking, like, it's not our problem, man. The truth is the truth. The truth shall set you free. We don't pretend because people are in situations. All right? We can't just, bite our tongues. Like, all right, he's in jail, but all right, this is what happened. Like, I don't understand this mentality, like this protections people do. Tay-Rock's in his feelings about it. But what you acting like John didn't say the same thing. John wouldn't even say Surf's name when he brought it up to Big T. Who do I have winning in what, Seizure?
They doing their best right now. And they doing all the fucking complaining.
Why didn't he address it in the battle? Because he was probably protecting Surf at the time. I had Mook in a body. I had Jazz. I had Kid Slade, and I had Swamp. Swamp's the only seemed like it's the only debatable battle. So I had Swamp, and maybe the only debatable battle on a first watch while I was cooking.
Hey, good battle, but that ain't. Oh, Ray, stop it! That don't get you past what we're getting with that shit and that light work. You fuck, you won or not? You choked 20 times. Let the app fool y'all, man. Y'all running around with this shit. Y'all let this shit be what it be, man. And it take a nigga like me to come out here and do real alignments. My dog fighting the case. You talking about what Surf did. Man.
Who, like, enough with that. Stop using his case as an excuse to not be able to criticize him. I hate that type of thinking. All right? He can fight his case and be criticized at the same time. I'm sorry. I'm fucking sorry. I was cooking fillets. They were great. Fillets and lobster. Yeah, you can be criticized if you're locked up. I'm sorry. This is a ridiculous angle that I will never agree with. All right, and anyone that says it to me, I hear it one ear and out the other. It makes me sick to my stomach, actually. When people use this argument, he's locked up. He's fighting a case. You shouldn't talk about him. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, seriously. Have I been to jail? No, but I've been locked up. I've spent a night in jail. I've spent a night locked up. That was horrendous. And they didn't even give me a phone call. That was crazy. And I got arrested mistakenly. I wasn't supposed to be arrested. I went to court and the judge dropped the charges because they were like, yeah, you weren't supposed to get arrested. The cop was just being a dick. He was racist. It was a black cop, by the way. Just saying. You know what he said? You know what he said? I got pulled over. He pulls me over in Detroit. Downtown on Woodward. Right by where Comerica Park is right now. You know what this fucking did? Listen to what he did. Listen to what, with this ridiculousness. He says, your license is suspended. I go, no, it's not. He goes, yeah, your license is suspended, bro. Get out the car. I'm like, no, it's not. He's like, get your hands behind you. And he arrested me. So they impound my car. I go to jail in the dirty ass fucking holding cell. There was literally like rats on the floor. I was standing on that there's a little bench, a wooden bench, and there's a guy in there who's wearing a tuxedo who's drunk, passed out. Right? I'm standing on this bench because there's shit on the floor for like 10 hours. He's not giving me a phone call. My mom and dad don't know where the fuck I am. They're tripping out. I'm screaming for a phone. Where's my... It's like 10 in the morning now. I want my phone call. And they're like, shut up. And I'm like, what the fuck? So finally they give me my phone call. My mom comes down. She almost gets arrested. Because she's going off on them. I'm like, why did they arrest me? My mom's like, what did they... Oh, they arrested me for a suspended license. It's not suspended. We go to court. I go to Secretary of State. I make sure it's not suspended. It's not. I go to court. The judge comes up. He's like, what, you know. I was like, yeah, I got arrested. Suspended. They said I had a suspended license. Here's the paperwork showing my license was not suspended at the time I got arrested. Blah, 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 blah. He goes, he looks at it. He's like, all right, case dismissed. You can go. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's it? Why did he arrest me? Because it was fun for him? Like, what the fuck? What do you mean case dismissed? Arrest, lock that cop up.
I have no idea. I have no idea. I give him a year.
I was not a dick to him. I'm never mean to police. I am the nicest guy. Hi, officer. Anything you want. All right. I turn my car off. I got my hand on the wheel. I do everything. Everything they need. He's like, your license is suspended. Like, come on, man. And nothing happened to him. He was just able to do it. The judge wasn't like, oh, officer, why'd you arrest him when his license? Why'd you say his license was suspended and it wasn't? Well, let's look into this guy. That was a terrible day. That was a terrible night. And these guys didn't even give me a phone call till like, I got arrested at 2 a.m. I got my phone call like 10:30, 11. To let someone know I was in jail because I didn't come home that night. It was crazy. Anyways, was that Bo being holding cell downtown? Disgusting. Oh my God, fucking disgusting. I mean, I wanted that cop arrested. The cop was there, yeah. He was there. I seen him. I was like, what this? I was looking. I was like, and he was just like, all right, case dismissed. You can go. I'm like, what do you mean? I literally said, what do you mean? That's it. He's like, yeah, you're free. You can go. I'm like, but he arrested me for no reason. He's like, it's case dismissed. I'm like, okay. I should have sued him. That would have worked. There's no way it was a computer error. No fucking way. What computer error? I don't believe it. He was a dick. Computer error? I'm free now. That's not the only time I've been arrested by wrongful. The 3 times I've been arrested. Honestly, it was bullshit. I've been arrested 3 times. When I was 15, I got arrested for assault and battery on a police officer. I could have probably handled that better, but it wasn't my fault. Like the officer grabbed me from behind. I didn't know it was a cop. I thought it was a guy who wanted to fight. He grabbed me from behind. I elbowed him and turned around to swing on him, and it's a cop. And I was fucked. So there was that. And then the other time I got arrested, I called the cops. I was running my parents' video store. The girl we had, some white lady, All right, like 35-year-old blonde chick, married. She was bullshitting, and she was like, she calls and she's like, I'm sick, I'm not coming to work. This is like 3 days in a row, or like the third time in a week. And she doesn't even sound sick. And I'm like, I called her back, like, you're fired, don't come back. She shows up. She comes in. You're not fucking firing me. She's going crazy. She's hitting me. All right. She's knocking videos over. She's knocking all the videos out. I go to call the police. She grabs the phone from me. We're fighting for the phone. All right. I'm like, get out of here. I'm like, police. I go, my fucking former employee's crazy. She's attacking me. What the fuck? Police, I have weed on me. I throw the weed out after I call the police. A 80-year-old white man at the fucking CVS across next door saw me throw the weed around the building into the bushes. Tells the police when they show up that I threw something. The police show up. I'm telling them this bitch is attacking me. She's this, that, and the other. They're talking to the old man. They come up to me and they say, you got any drugs on you? What the fuck? Who cares? We're talking about assault. You're talking about drugs? So I'm like, no. I don't know someone snitched on me. I didn't know someone saw me do that. It was a dime bag. It was a dime bag. It was $10. He's like, don't lie to me. Did you have drugs? Do you have drugs on you? I'm like, no. He's like, I'm going to give you one more chance. Don't lie to me. I'm like, sir, I called you guys. He arrests me for marijuana possession. I'm running the store. We had to shut the store down. And that was the worst arrest ever because not only did I got a 1-year probation. I got 40 hours of Narcotics Anonymous I had to attend. I got like this other like it was 4 hours every Saturday. Some drug shit I had to attend for like 12 times, and then I had to do a community service for another bunch of hours where they had me fucking shoveling. It was in the winter, so I was shoveling snow from 8 in the morning to 5 p.m. in fucking 0-degree weather and fucking freezing. And then I had to do random drug tests, which I failed one of them. It was a disaster. And they said they had my finger. I lied about it. I was like, that's not my weed. The guy said he saw you through it. They were like, and we have, and then when I was going to court, I was going to fight it. The lawyer's like, they have your fingerprints on the bag. I'm like, it's a dime bag. Come on. They have my fingerprints. They have a witness. A guy's testifying against me. This is insanity. I called them. I was attacked. They didn't even do nothing to the lady. They let her go. They didn't even care. They didn't even care. Lock me up. They just locked me up. I had to call my mom and tell her I was supposed to be. I'm running the store. Imagine this. I'm responsible for running the store. I had to call my mom from jail and tell her the store shut down. They arrested me for fucking marijuana. How? Like, imagine that. And do you want to know what that bitch did? This is how crazy she was. I didn't touch her. The cops didn't say I touched her. Nobody said I touched her. Okay? I'm not fucking lying to you. So my mom was at work. 2 days later, the bitch shows up with 2 black eyes and said that I did that to her. I honestly believe she gave those black eyes to herself. Because when we were fighting for the phone, she was doing this. She was doing this. like I'm like, stop. Yeah, I'm just like, get away. I'm not like, all right. And she's doing this. Like I was hitting her and she's falling against the wall. Stop hitting me. I'm like, you're fucking nuts. I didn't touch her and she's going, blah, blah. All because I fired her. That was a disaster of it. That was the worst year of my life. I couldn't smoke anymore. I couldn't do anything anymore. I had to do all this bullshit. I was like 22 at the time. So it's like every time I've been arrested, it's literally been bullshit. I didn't know that guy was a cop when I hit him. I didn't know. My license wasn't suspended, and I called the police on this bitch who was attacking me. And all 3 times I got arrested for this. This is the only times I've been arrested. Wait, have I been arrested any other time? I don't think so. No. Stop calling. That's the only time I've ever called the cops in my life. That time. I've never called the cops after that. Ever. I've never dialed 911. For anything. I can't think of anything. I didn't know. Look, I didn't know it was a cop. I was at Tel 12 Mall. Does anybody, if you're from South, remember there used to be Tel 12 Mall where Myers is now on 12 Mile and Telegraph? I was 15 years old. It was high school. It was when there would be a half a days. So when there would be half a days, we would go to Tel 12 Mall and go to the food court. So we would go to the food court. So remember, I'm Chaldean. So we went to the food court and we're sitting there. All of us, we're all Chaldeans. We're sitting there eating. These 2 other Chaldeans, they had got into a fight at Foot Locker, right? So the security kicks them out. So they decided they were going to kick all the Chaldeans out of the mall. That was what the security decided. After those 2 guys got in, we didn't even know they had got into a fight. It was some other kids from our school, Chaldeans, who got into a fight at the Foot Locker with some other kids. So they came up to the food court and was like, "Oh, you guys got to go. You're kicked out of here." And we're like, "Why? We didn't even do anything." All right, we didn't even know there was a fight. We didn't know what was going on. They're like, "You guys got to go right now." I'm like, "I just sat down. I'm about to eat. What do you mean?" I remember I got Arby's. I was about to eat a beef and cheddar, all right, and curly fries with the cheese. Remember the cheese? So I was pissed. So we're like getting up. So they had called the police by now. They had called the police because we were giving security a hard time because it's like we were trying to figure out, we didn't do anything. Why are you kicking us out? All right, and they were just like, "You guys gotta go. You gotta go." All right. So as I'm leaving, I'm like telling the security, I'm like, "Man, this is bullshit, bro. What the fuck?" A cop is right behind me. I didn't know. Southfield Police. He comes up. He grabs me from the back. He grabs me, and I go like this. Bam! And I elbowed him. I thought it's some guy attacking me. I turn around and I go to swing on him, and it's a cop. And then 3 cops charge me and just throw me on the ground. They fucking start stomping on me. They rip my sweater. All my friends are there watching this happen. They're like yelling at the police. The police like, "You guys all want to get arrested?" They got me down. They locked me. I'm getting arrested in front of my whole school. I'm 15 years old. That was nuts. I was 15. I ended up getting 1 year probation. And then, but I got out of that. I had to do all this community service. I got out of all of it. So I was able to transfer it to the church. My grandma knew a priest. My grandma's really religious. So she knew a priest that does this scam. You give him $100, right? And he writes that you're working at the bingo hall at the church as your community service, says that you showed up every day and sends it in, and that I ended up getting through it. So that was salute to Mama with D-Op for the hookup. $100. Fucking scam ass priest. We told the priest. The priest is like, so what happened? I was like, "It's not my fault, officer." And they were racist police officers. They were very racist. They were calling my friends camels, because I had my friend's keys in my car, in my pocket, because I had gone to the car to grab something. And I was like, he was throwing me in the cop car. My friend's like, "I need my keys." He has my keys in his pocket. And they were like, "No, you can't get them." And my friend goes to him, "Well, how am I going to get home?" And the officer told him, "Take a camel home." Take a camel home! What the fuck? Take a camel home? That's not cool. That's crazy. And I wrote, and I told, I was in my thing, I was like, this, I wrote, they wanted me to write like like when I was arrested, they wanted me to write like what happened and stuff. And I was like, and I wrote in the thing, you told me to take a camel home. And then when I was in the car, they were interrogating me. They were like yelling at me. And they're like, well, where are you from? Where are you from? And I'm like, I'm from America. What are you talking about? They're like, no. Where are you? What are you? And I'm like, oh, I'm from Chaldean. My parents, they're like, were you born here? And I'm like, yeah, I was born here. First generation. My parents were born in Iraq, but they came here. He's like, so what's your problem? I'm like, what do you mean, what's my problem? He's like, I'd understand if, because they were acting like I was a crazy person. They were like, this is what the guy told me while I was in the cop car. He's like, I'd understand if you were born in Iraq and you came over here, because those people over there are animals, but you were born here. You should know better. That's what he told me. I'm 15. I said, what did you say to me? I was like, animals? He's like, yeah. I'm like, fuck you, man. I told him, I was like, fuck you, bitch. He's like, what? I was like, yeah, fuck you, man. Fuck you. You guys are fucking racist, man. All right. And then when I got to the police station, when I got there, I was like, I don't want to talk to these guys. They're like, why? I'm like, they're fucking racist, man. Fuck these guys. I want somebody else. I don't want to talk. I'm not talking to them. Because the guy sitting down that was telling me that shit in the car. I was like, you told my friend to take a camel home. You're saying Iraqi people are crazy. What the fuck is wrong with you? And I was like, I'm not saying nothing. They're like, you refuse to talk? I go, yep. Bring me someone else. My mom shows up. My mom and my uncle show up. They almost get arrested. Because when I call them, I'm telling them everything that happened and how the racist they're being. They show up. What the fuck's going on? All right. They were like, we're going to arrest you guys. They almost all got arrested. Crazy. I've told these stories before on this live. So. Did you smoke camels too? No, I never smoked camels. Yeah, it's wild, man. Those are my three experiences, and they were all fucking weird. All right, like it'd be one thing if I did some shit and then I got arrested, and I'm like, all right, that's cool. All three situations were insane. All three like times I was arrested were crazy. I only smoked about 6 months in my life. I ended up working at a smoke shop in Warren, and I'm sitting there selling cigarettes all day. So I was like, you know what? Let me start smoking. Fuck it. Everybody else smoked, right? So I started smoking for like 6 months, but I didn't like smoking. Smoking was like terrible. I was like, it doesn't get me high. I never understood smoking. If I don't get high from it, like, why am I doing this? That never resonated with me. I didn't get that little buzz everyone talks about. It offered me nothing. I was just doing it because I was working there and everyone else was smoking. So, did you ever get robbed? Personally, no, I don't think so. Have I ever been robbed? I've been with people who got robbed. Like that guy who got his glasses taken from him, and then they shot at our feet. That was him, not me. I used to work at my dad's store on when I was like 9 years old, on McNichols and Lodge Freeway. You guys, anyone from Detroit knows about McNichols and between Lodge and Southfield Freeway area? Pretty crazy area, and I used to work there, and we had a lot of incidents go down over there. At 9 years old, a guy tried to sell me crack. All right, and my dad snatched him up and almost killed him. That was wild. Imagine trying to sell a 9-year-old crack. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would I even have money? Sweet Chris of mine with the $4.99. The cops wanted to give you a year, but your grandma did like Jack Boy and drugs and slid you money with nobody looking. Bobby almost killed this guy. I remember this like it's yesterday. We're leaving the store. We're locking up. It's 12 at night because he said, bring me to work with him. I used to do the bottles in the back. I used to separate the Pepsi from the Coke, the Budweisers from the Millers. Everyone had a bag, right? Because everyone would bring these back, and that was my job. I was the bottle boy, right? I'm 10 years old. We're leaving. My dad he fucked up something where he forgot something. He literally left me, I'm not lying, for about 15 seconds. And in that 15 seconds, this fucking dude walks up to me. He's got this vial of some shit with some liquid in it. I don't know if it was crack. I don't know what was in it. What would liquid? What would it be? All right. He's like, hey, bro, you want to buy this? Huh? You got $10? And I'm like, what? And I didn't even know what he was talking about. My dad comes out. He grabbed him by his throat, threw him against the wall. If you ever fucking talk to my son, I'll fucking kill you. And bah, 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 bah. And then he ran. PCP, I don't know what it was. I've had a million jobs, bro. I've had 3 jobs at once before. I was juggling. I worked at a gas station, Sprint, and Verizon. No. A gas station, Buddy's Pizza, and Sprint all at the same time. 3 jobs. I worked 2 days a week at each job, 6 days a week. I got 2 days at the gas station, 2 days at Verizon selling phones, and 2 days at Buddy's Pizza. Because I couldn't find a full-time job. And I needed money. I was like 20, 22, 3, 24. So I did that. That lasted about 6 months. Then I ended up working full-time I ended up getting a full-time job at Sprint. And then after the full-time job at Sprint, and I was doing really good there, I had a uncle of mine, or my uncle's friend was opening up a Metro PCS. This is later on, like 07 or something, and Westland, and he wanted me to run it be the manager. So I went over there and I worked there full time until we got the bar. So, what are we talking about, Mook? I love you guys, man. Let's do one more shot before we leave. Do you mean any choke stories? What is a choke story? What's a choke story? I have a lot of stories, bro. Like, not just involving me, like my cousins and surrounding them, bro. Like we can make like 80 different kind of movies and things. Coke stories? I mean, the only time I really tried it was in Jamaica. In like the late 90s, 98, and then we went back. It was like in Jamaica. You know, it is what it is. It's cool. You know, it was fun. In like 98, we went to Jamaica, and I did it there. And then we went back in 2001 or 2002, and we did it. I did it again in Jamaica, and that's really it. So I mean, I've never done it in the States. None of my friends do coke, so I don't know. We all just smoke weed. Nobody got into hard drugs, really. I mean, we did. I mean, does ecstasy count? Because we were fucking doing X like a motherfucker. I did a ton of ecstasy, bro. Ecstasy was different in the 90s and early 2000s. That shit was insane. We smoked hella weed in Jamaica too, but everything was so cheap over there. We were getting like ounces for $20, and it was like the best weed ever. But yeah, ecstasy counts. Well, I mean, okay, then it's pills. Yeah, no, from 98, 99, 2000, 2001, ecstasy for 4 straight years. We were doing it. I was probably doing it like, I don't know, maybe once or twice every week for sure, like every week. And then we were doing GHB. You guys, I was into GHB a little bit. I had a GHB hookup. All right, so that shit was crazy. You never heard about coke in Jamaica? I mean, you know who the bellhop was the one who got you the drugs at the hotels. Gamma hydrobutane. It's we did shrooms and acid, of course. But GHB was the reason why because the reason why we got into GHB, it was actually used as it was like a rape date drug. Because what happens is if you take too much, you pass out. All right, and what you do it looks like water. It looks like exactly like water, and you'd get a 20 ounce. You buy a 20 ounce, and you take a cap. One cap, and it depends how strong it is. You can water it down and make it less strong. The saltier it tastes, the stronger it is, right? So I liked it where it was perfect to take one cap. You take one cap, and then it's like you have a drunk buzz, but there's no hangover. And after 45 minutes, you're sober again. After 45, it's used as a date rape drug, but that's not what it's for. So what happened was, and it used to be legal. When we were first taking GHB, it was legal. It became illegal as we were taking it because people were using it to rape people. So, because all you have to do is slip, because it's just a cap. So you slip a couple caps in a girl's drink and she'll pass out. Yeah, it used to be legal, 100%. 100% it used to be legal. Bodybuilders would take it so they wouldn't drink. Because instead of drinking, you take this one little cap and it's like you're drunk, but then you're sober after 45 minutes, it goes through your system and you piss it out and you're sober. You're literally sober. It was almost like a perfect drug. I'm not even lying to you. The problem is people would take too much. And if you teeter on taking too much, I had a friend who we went to here's another story. So we went to the Puff Daddy concert. This is 98. We're going to the Puff Daddy concert at the Palace. And my friend David, he got into G, but he was a fucking lush, bro. He didn't know how to control it. He would just start gulping it like an idiot, and you know. So, and you can't do that, right? So we went to the Puff Daddy concert, right? And I was with Alan, and then Marvin and Dave were gonna meet us there. All right. So we get in there, you know, I take a cap, we're drinking it, we're smoking, we get there, you know, and I always took it like the right amount. I never overdid it. Because if you overdo it, what happens is you pass out and you wake up. All right, that's basically what happens. You just pass out, you're sleeping for like 30 minutes, and then you wake up. That's what happens when you overdo it. What this fucking idiot did, he wasn't with us, but we were meeting him there. He's got the 20 ounce. He's got about 12 to 13 caps at the bottom left in the 20 ounce. Right before they walk in, he just downs it. You can't. You'll die. All right? They go in. I'm not lying. Guys, this is a 20,000 people arena, right? I'm not lying to you, bro. This was insane. We walk in. We're literally in there for 1 minute. I see Marvin, who's with Dave, the guy who's ODing right now at this point. He's ODing. They're inside Palace, and he ends up ODing. Right? He's running. And he sees us. He's like, Dave's fucking ODing. What the fuck? And I'm like, what the? We're me and Alan, we're fucked up. We're ready to party. All right, this guy's screaming. And he's like, and he just starts running. And we were just like, what do we do? We're like, it was like a comedy show. Right? We're like, and Alan's like, because their seats were next to ours. And he took off. We didn't even know where he was. He took off. Right? And we just went to the show. And so what happened was, and we just did this, we were just like, it was the weirdest thing ever. Right? Yeah, instant sober. Like, it fucked. So he ends up ODing. He goes to the hospital. They pump his stomach. He lived. But it was nuts. It was nuts. And that guy, man, he used to get too drunk. I used to have to take him out. We would like hang out, like we're in high school because we went to high school together. He would get so drunk, and I'm driving and we're smoking around the neighborhood, and he's like fucking drunk after we would leave like wherever we were. I don't know, wherever we were. And then I would have to one time me and my other boy, we picked him up and just dumped him on the fucking on his porch. He couldn't get out of the car. We just dumped him on his porch. It was annoying. I would never get drunk like that. So he's sitting there drinking fucking fifth of Hennessy. Can't handle it. I just left him on the floor. No. The ambulance came to the concert, but we threw him on the porch and left him there. The fuck, man. We were trying to deal with him for like an hour. He wasn't doing anything. I had to go home. I'm like 16 years old. And this guy's fucking throwing up and all this shit. And he was fine. He wasn't even mad that we left him on the porch. I can honestly tell you, and this is not a lie, and if I did, I would admit it. I have never got a hooker. I've never paid for a hooker. I've never paid for sex like that, where it's like you can say, you go out on dates and if you want to count that, but no, I've never just straight up paid a bitch to fuck. No. I mean, if I did, I would admit it. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I just never, I didn't, even in Jamaica, even one of my friends did in Jamaica. Didn't want to do it. Nah. You never paid, but you banged a hooker. I mean, it was. I've been in opportunities maybe where I could have, but I've always said no. I'd rather just not. I'd rather just jack off. I don't care. Not a big deal, man. I'm never like, oh, I have to fuck. Like I'm not that guy. There's some guys, they just have to fuck all the time, you know. Otherwise, they gotta call. You know, I've never been in a position where I have to call a hooker to fuck. Like I'm like, I'll just wait. You know, I'll just fucking wait. You know, I don't need to call a hooker for what? Just go jack off and then you're good. And it's weird. Like I wouldn't even, you know, like what if who am I calling? What if she's not hot? What if I'm not into her? Now what? What if stuck with each other? I gotta fuck her. How do you even call a hooker? Like back page? I'm not calling back page. I'm not using none of that nonsense. Hell no. Y'all can have that, bro. Craigslist? I don't know where you get these girls at. OnlyFans? Throw a party? We had strippers that I've been to parties with, like bachelor parties with strippers, but I didn't do nothing with them. I think like one of them was like doing some stuff with some dudes at the party. If they paid, but I didn't do anything with them. I got some lap dances. That's about it. My ex-girlfriend, when I turned like in 2006, so I was what? Maybe I was turning 30. My ex-girlfriend got me a stripper. She threw me a surprise party. She invited all my friends and all my cousins over. All right. I didn't even know what was happening. We went out to dinner. We went back. Then she's like, all right, we got to, you know, she made some excuse to go back to the house or something. I go in the basement. We go in the basement. And then everyone's like, surprise! They're all there. And then a fucking stripper pops up. This hot ass blonde chick that my girlfriend got for me. All right. Just to, you know, not to do anything with, just to like get lap dances and stuff. That was cool. She was cool. So, anyways, all right, let's do one more shot, and then I don't know. There's nothing really else to talk about. Love you guys.
I have no idea. I have no idea. I have no idea. Mike, I give him a year.
So, you cat call him on the streets. How you get a hooker? Cat call him? I don't know. You're good on strippers. I've never been a stripper guy. You know, they're a waste of money, in my opinion. Like when we used to, like I had a friend who liked to go to the strip club all the time, and we go, and it was cool. But I had that terrible strip. Oh, okay. Last story before I go. I tell you, I've told this story on the stream before, but my Las Vegas stripper story. So me and my boy go to Vegas, right? And actually my two brothers went, but they could only stay for a couple of days. They ended up leaving. We stayed for like 4 days. They came for only 2 days to Vegas. All right. And this is a time where I really had no money. I was literally working paycheck to paycheck, but I had saved some money to go to Vegas. Right. And I had about $1,000 in my bank account. Right. And then I had cash money on me, and then I had spent that money, and I had this $1,000 left in my bank account. And it was the second to last day. My boy, he ended up meeting some chick at the club we were at, and he ended up hooking up with her, and he took her back to the room. So I'm by myself now. So then, which kind of sucks, but whatever. So I go to the strip club that we were at earlier. I go to the strip club, and I'm getting lap dances, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. And I paid for them and I left. I go back. This guy's still in the room. And then so I went back. I ended up going back to the strip club, right? Because I was fucking wasted. All right. And then it's like 4 a.m. I go back to the strip club. There's not that many people there. So these strippers come and this, that, and the other. I order 2 drinks, right? And I got these strippers talking to me, whatever. And I'm just like, they all ask me one. I'm like, no, whatever. Right? I give the girl my credit card. The bartender. After my second drink, I was like, I'm leaving. All right. She comes back, and my bill is only like $50. And she says, your credit card's being declined. This is my debit card, like my credit card, debit/credit card from my bank account. She's like, it's being denied. I'm like, how? And remember, this is before we have iPhones and this, that, and the other. Can't really look at anything. So I had like $50 on me, barely. I paid it. Then, you know, I had a few more dollars for the cab. I went home, blah, blah, blah. The next day, I find out they charged $1,000 worth of shit on my card and maxed it out and took all the money out. And the asshole still told me it got declined. And they still told me I got declined. It's one thing you stole all my money. All right, pretend it paid. They still wanted their $50. So when I get back home, I fight this at the bank and this, that, and the other. I lost. They told me I used my PIN code. I didn't even have a PIN code. I didn't ever use my PIN code ever for anything. I would run it as credit. They're like, oh no, it's legit. I'm like, how is it legit? I lost $1,000, and that was all the money I had. There was actually I was getting hit with the overdraft fees at that point. I was like in negative 200 now. It was the Spearmint Rhino in Vegas. If you have, put a 1 in the chat if you have ever been to the Spearmint Rhino. It's one of the biggest strip clubs in Vegas. Spearmint Rhino. Anybody ever been there? So that was like, I started hating strippers after that. 702's been there. They did it to me, bro. In like 2003. There's other ones, A+? Yeah, it's like the biggest one in Vegas. At the time, at least. I don't know now. That was some bullshit. So I ended up losing $1,000 that I didn't have. I could not afford to lose. Then I had no more money for the last day. My boy let me borrow some money. I had to pay him back. I didn't even have any money. I thought I was going to win the case and get my $1,000 back, and they fucking denied me. They claimed I used the PIN code. How? They must have had some kind of scam going over there. So, anyways, go to bed, guys. Love you guys. I appreciate you. If you were here for the card, I know we got off sidetrack, but that's what happens here. All right. We talked about the entire card at the beginning. I think Murder Mook was sensational, and it was a historical battle. And I'm happy that it is what it is. So happy of the outcome. So love you guys, man. Go to bed. How come my mic's on? Peace.
Another death row production. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Tyson, next heavyweight champion of the world. My road to glory filled with thorns, fluid thoughts from my brain, and I trained to remain strong. They said I couldn't do it, locked me in chains till my struggles.